is Victoria Smith's family home, lovingly called Granny's house. As you can see, it was severely damaged by Hurricane Helene, and now she faces an impossible decision about what comes next.
I knew I wanted to live here forever one day. I wanted to retire here. It just is so special to me.
But then Hurricane Helene hit, bringing devastating flooding that damaged or destroyed many homes. Smith remembers the chaos after the flood.
I came the morning of, after the water had risen, and just seeing all the destruction was just, it was horrible. And not only for Granny's, but our neighbors.
Granny's house was built in 1960, before Pulaski County enrolled in FEMA's National Flood Insurance Program in 1978. That program brought new rules that helped limit flood damage and insurance costs.
50% threshold really is important with the FEMA regulations. If you have more than 50% damage to the structure, it doesn't include the value of the land that the structure may be on. But if you have more than 50% damage, you're required to bring that up to any current regulation.
After the storm, county engineers assessed damage to about 200 homes in Pulaski County. Granny's house was one of those, and it was determined that the damages were more than 50% of the structure's valuation, leaving Smith with two options: elevate Granny's house or demolition.
I've had 4 licensed professional foundation contractors come, and they have all quoted it is repairable. They refuse, will not even quote to elevate the home 4 foot because they said it was impossible.
It's important to note that the 50% damage rule only applies to the structure itself, which the county valued at $113,000. Before Smith removed the walls and flooring at the instruction of her flood insurance, the damage would have been just under that 50% threshold, allowing her to keep Granny's house as is.
When I called my flood insurance company, the first thing they told me was tear everything out, take everything out that you possibly can to prevent the mold. The flood inspector came through my flood insurance company, did his estimates, and paid me out to repair the house. The home, they said the home is repairable. Here's the damages, we're going to cut you a check.
But removing the walls and flooring pushed the damage estimate over 75%, triggering the requirement to rebuild to new codes. When Smith finally contacted the county engineers after settling matters with her private flood insurance, they did their damage calculations like they did for the other 200 homes.
It was more about make sure we were getting it accurately, and just being fair with the other 200 individuals that we were working with as well, to be consistent with how we had performed their damage estimate.
He added that Pulaski County had invested in LiDAR mapping before the storm, which helped speed up damage assessments without sending people into the field.
Pulaski County had made an investment in that data previously before the event, and it really was, we were able to use that to be able to estimate elevations, to be able to estimate the depths, and we were able to do all of that from our offices, which helped to really speed up that process versus having to send people out into the field, especially with everything else that was going on.
If homes like Granny's house aren't updated to meet these regulations, Pulaski County's membership in the NFIP could be at risk. That leads to higher insurance costs and fewer options for residents. But for Smith, tearing down the structure is unthinkable.
If I demolish the home and rebuild, which I do not want to do, it's not the same. I mean, this is the only thing that I have left in my family. All of my belongings, all of my, family sentiments from years and years, saving up are gone because of the flood.
For Smith and her family, it's a heartbreaking position to be in. But she's still going to fight for the chance to keep Granny's house in the family, pass it down to her children, and spend the years enjoying the view the same way her grandmother did. In Pulaski County, I'm Jack Doherty, 10 News, working for you.